Hello, my name is Dr. Apollo. So let's continue today discussing the continuation of our session. So today we're gonna be focusing on valuation ratio and financial audit. So what is a valuation ratio? So we are still with the ratios, okay? Because the ratio is the one that evaluates the financial capability of the company. All companies actually dealing with this one. These are the barometer. So the valuation ratio measures companies' worth by comparing its market value to its earnings, sales, and other metrics. No? So we have PE ratio, price to earnings. So market price per share divided by earnings per share. No? So this is a measure of the price no, to earnings. So usually in the stocks, in the equity, they are looking for this one. So there is a threshold that investors will going to go in buying shares from the company. So that's the essence of this pricing. So they are concerned with the earnings. So market price per share is 100. Example no, for Apple, 182. Earnings per share is 6.66 dollar, no, something. So the price earning ratio is 182 over 6 is 29, which is price to earning, which is quite okay, no? It's a little bit high, no? Yeah, because we know Apple is very expensive, not very high. That's why the PE ratio is very high. That's why it follows that the stocks is very high also, no? Anyway, this is a report, no? Then price to share is another important thing. So market price per share, no? Sales per share, no? So they're concerned with this one, no? The PS. So market price per share is 182. Sales per share is. Oh, by the way, this is relative with the price of the with the with the company product. No, this discussion is not generalizing, but you have to look at the uh, the trend, no, the historical when you put up a investment. No? So let's have take this one. Market price per share is 182. So this is on the stocks. No, appeared in the stock market. Sales per share is 44. So PS is 4.13. So which is PE is very much higher with the PS. No? Anyway, that's for a certain instance, no? Because at at a different instant of time, this one changing because the stocks is fluctuating. So with this trend of Trump, all technology is went down or plummeted. Report now. Then price to book ratio (PB). So market price per share over book value. So there's a book value of in the stocks now. So let's consider again Apple market price per share 182, book value per share. No? So the book value is also changing. No? So the PB is 9.83. So what's the significance of this one? So quite okay, no? Because we took the good company, Apple, no? But if not Apple, this may be bad, no? So that's why it depends. So the decision is on the PE, PS, and PB, no? So these are the measure. Then we have dividend yield ratio. So this one is in giving the dividends, the earnings, the actual earnings. No? So the dividend yield ratio is the annual dividend per share divided by market price per share. No? So example again, Apple. Annual dividend per share is 0.90. Why 0.90? Because these are the dividend. Huh? So the total earning of the Apple divided by number of share. So that's why is per share. No, this is per share. If we have a 100,000 shares, so this will be very big money. So the market price per share is 100. The dividend yield ratio is 0.51. So which is quite, yeah, because the price is very high. No? And then the ratio is quite good. No? So 0.51 is, as per this one, is okay. Because Apple is a stable company, blue chip. This is from the accounting standard IFRS, GAAP. So these are our reference. No? Apple, then FASB. It was taken from, lifted from this one. So the valuation ratio interpretation, a high PE ratio indicates company's high growth potential. That's the meaning of PE. Or PS ratio indicates company's undervaluation. A low PS. If it is PB is high, ratio indicates company's high growth potential. So that's the significance of this one. So you have to look for PE because high growth. No? They look for the PB, and then a high dividend yield ratio indicates a company's attractive dividend pay. No? So take note of this valuation ratio. So if you are going to buy a stocks online or anyone, look for PE, price per earning, price per share, uh, price per book. So these are this is what you're going to, even the consultant, no, they are the same thing, no, they are using this barometer to to evaluate the company's uh, worthiness, no, because if the company is unworthy, so we cannot recommend them. So as a consultant, we have to look for PE, PS, and PB. These are the asset tests for the uh, companies, no, network, no. So let's talk on financial audit. So we know already what's financial audit. So trying to look for the whether the transaction is according to general accepted accounting procedures or IFRS. No? These are the accountant is looking for. No? And then what are the attachment? What the company had been doing? Is it according to uh, the principles? No? There are many principles of accounting. So auditor is looking for this one. So financial audit is an independent examination of a company's financial statement to ensure their accuracy. Because financial statements are used in the investors. And then, investors is gullible. That's why there is a government intervention to prevent them from losing their money. Okay, so to ensure the accuracy, completeness, and compliance with accounting standards. If the company is not complying, so they will be penalized. So this is very strict, no? Because of the case of Enron, remember, so they presented the flawed financial statement, and then it's cheated the investor, and then investor uh, in unison filed a class suit against the Enron, no? So it happens. That's why they are very much particular with this auditing. Okay, so auditing is done by the third party. Usually those are usually big five, no? KPMG and many things. No? So types of financial audits, we have external audit conducted by independent auditors, usually from uh, uh, well-known, no, reputable uh, independent firm, no? KPMG, for example, no? Or in the Philippines, we have the SGB. Remember SGB in the Philippines has been hired worldwide, no, because of their reputation. And then internal audit conducted by a company's internal audit. No? So we have internal audit and then external audit. Usually when there is a external audit, they ask the accountant to take a vacation leave because if the internal accountant is there, they will control the records. So they to make it uh, uh, to make it objective, so they let the all auditors, no, went on vacation compulsory. So in most top 500 corporation, and then they let the external auditor do the checking. No? So that's the practice actually of good company. Okay, basically the process is very easy, no? So planning, identify audit objective, scope, and procedure, no? What they're going to audit, for example, particular segment of the company, no? So the scope, no? Usually those who have been audited, they easily check it, no? But those are new product, they're going to check for the its financial, no, cash flow. risk assessment, so identify potential risks and materiality levels. No? So there are many risks in uh, the transaction that the company is went through. So they're going to check the performance and then financial implication. Then testing, perform substantive tests and tests of control. No? Oh, by the way, I'm not an auditor, no? But I have a lot of auditing in practice now, auditing uh, colleague and friends now, whom I check now, their actual activity now. So testing, perform a substantial test now, and reporting issue an audit report with findings and recommendation. So these are objective audit now, and then from then on, the chief executive officer will submit the report to the board, chairman of the board of this corporation, and then they're going to make a decision based on the audit because the audit is the real no score of what the company financial liquidity. Okay, example Apple again. No? Why Apple? Because Apple is the best company. No? So financial audit. No? Apple external auditors Ernst and Young. No? So this is very famous. Ernst and Young conducted a financial audit for fiscal year 2022. So here is the findings. No? The financial statement presently fairly in all material respects the financial position of Apple and its subsidiaries. Yeah, because Apple bought many companies, so those subsidiaries. On September of 24, 2022, and the results of their operations and their cash flows from the year then ended in conformity with the U.S. General Accepted. So the U.S. GAAP, no? So it says fairly, no? That means it's okay, no? So that means there's no violent performance no? In the done in the records. No? That means quite because auditor compare their findings on the previous audit and then make when you say purely that means similar to the previous one. That means the objective and if the company's objective hasn't changed, therefore the financial results quite the same. No, so that's why purely. No, so that's the basis of that one. Okay, so accounting standards is from the ISA, International Standards on Auditing. Yes, GAAP. So we lifted this discussion from Apple, IASB, International Standard Auditing, International Auditing, AICPA, American Institute of Certified Public Accountant. Okay. So our discussion is, oh, by the way, let's have this one. Financial audits will be on the next meeting. Okay? So, because this is a big topic. So, please work on your assignment. So, and then I'm happy to hear about it now. So, for now, let's call it a day. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.